Vinesh Phogat is sitting in a clinic in Paris right now, dealing with the agony of a disappointment that none of us can fathom. She was 24 hours away from an Olympic medal, viewer, very likely a gold. You and I both know that. We've all spent the last 5 hours trying to come to terms with this heartbreak. Imagine how hard Vinesh is fighting to come to terms with it. Can a champion ever come to terms with such a violent shift from ecstasy to agony? Can Vinesh, within striking distance of sporting history, for a hungry, impatient nation, ever rationalize and forgive what has happened? Most of us will never know, having never competed at that brutal, unsparing, merciless level of sports where no favors are granted, no prisoners are taken, and there are no second chances. Vinesh knew all of this, but it was with absolute certainty with which all of us went to sleep last night that come the morrow, that is today, Vinesh would be adorned with gold. But Vinesh had no sleep. For even while we were sleeping, as we now know, she and her team were battling a few hundred grams of weight in order to meet the unbending laws of the Olympics. No matter what we say for Vinesh now, it will never be enough. No words can convey how much we share her crushing disappointment, and nothing will ever capture for us the sheer penetrating pain of a warrior on the cusp of history, of something new, a new life, a new world. As useless and helpless as one feels today, I do want to say that the gold medal had Vinesh Phogat's name on it. This is not said with emotion. I'm not trying to romanticize or sentimentalize an issue. Having slayed the world number one and humbled her Cuban opponent yesterday in the semi-finals, Vinesh was an unstoppable force. The world saw it. A rolling stone with momentum and grit that would almost definitely have propelled her to the podium's top position tonight. We can all alleviate our sense of pain and longing by saying that not every hero needs a medal, or that Vinesh is bigger than the little mat that is her entire world. But by doing so, we do great disservice to young Vinesh. We selfishly divert from a sports star's personal anguish. In order to feel better ourselves, we tell ourselves that a medal isn't everything. Wins and losses will happen. Well, here's the truth. That gold medal was everything to Vinesh Phogat. It was everything that she has spent 4 years working towards. It was everything towards what she has fought for and endured. And we all know what her last 12 months have been like. So by saying never mind, she will bounce back, we aren't speaking so much for Vinesh as we are selfishly speaking for ourselves. In the last 24 hours, viewer, entire ecosystems and groups and political groups have used Vinesh Phogat as a mat on which to flex silly, petty politics. They've used Vinesh's able shoulders from which to settle petty political scores and make petty political points. I can't shake the thought that this idiotic, self-serving crossfire by the petulant and myopic was playing out precisely at a time when Vinesh was sitting in a sauna in Paris trying to squeeze any last grams out of her body through her sweat glands, dehydrated and exhausted, but her eyes still fixed on the prize. Even as she toiled to meet the cruel, unsparing standards of the Olympics, Vinesh was a figure over which unkind, selfish and pathetic finger-pointing played out, as if she was somebody else's property. It was as if Vinesh Phogat wasn't her own self, wasn't an Indian athlete, wasn't a sports star, wasn't a hero representing India, but some ragdoll only worthy of that next bit of silly social media posturing. When Vinesh stands up, and you can be sure that she will be regarded as an Indian hero, our golden girl, but also very much just her own.